What's up, everybody? We're live. We're live. Now we're live. Now we're live. Now we're live.
You be messing that cornflakes.
So I just had some fucking cornflakes for fucking dinner. Um. So all right. Just well, first of all, I wanted to kick this off by mentioning this. So this is my So you already seen this. You already seen Mario Taro. So it's live, but you will notice that the URL has changed. The URL is now nullset2 sap2.org slash Mario DX Fortunes. I did this because I desire to serve multiple things on my server. The most important which is my introducing my anonymous image board. That being said, this is a really simple application. It was kind of a little project. Back in my hometown, I will teach people how to do web development with Ruby on Rails, and I will teach them how to do this, right? So you can upload images. Whatever you upload goes to Gañoño. Let's make it Gañoño. Me and my siblings used to call him Gañoño. So whatever you upload, this goes to S3, and it's available on the public internet. And you can post things with. There's no necessity to sign up for an account. You can sign up for an account if you want, and you can edit. You can edit your posts. You can. Well, I guess there's no necessity to change the picture or anything. And as you can see, everything is bare bones, but it works, quote unquote, right? So, funny. And you can create uh, posts. But anyway, so yeah, so this is the basic gist of it. So the fun part about this again is that this is running from a machine in my living room. So pretty cool, right? This is the content so far. I updated this. I had to update. Oh, so once you so there's pagination, right? There's pagination because after a certain amount of posts, you want to paginate, and so yes, it is how it is. So it is very bare bones again, and yeah, I know, but it's just a hobby project. It's one of my many hobby projects. So my plan for the Kubernetes cluster is to deploy more funny things like this over time, right? Um, yeah, but this is how it looks so far. Search for example, LGTM, and there we go. So it's really simple search with it's actually just a database query, so it's not very robust. It's not any of the fancy Elasticsearch stuff or like anything of the sort, right? But maybe what DevOps, so we can search for DevOps, right? DevOps, and there we go, right? So it's got rudimentary comments, posts. So yeah, so pretty cool, right? Let me show you the schema. So everything is managed with Rails. So everything, database migrations, generating the front ends, generating the assets, uh, crunching the assets, including the bootstrap and shit. Rails has a facility for that. So this is the problem. So this shit. So I'm on another machine on a different part of the network. So this is trying to connect to a Postgres server. Postgres server is on a container in the cluster running on a pod somewhere, right? So I don't know what AP of that is, and it's actually not exposed to the internet, right? So how do I connect to that? So of course, one solution is to actually shell into the pod and show you everything there. But port forward, I can port forward. Well, let's dial into that. So it is ready. Feel free to post pictures if you want. Please be cool. Don't be an asshole, right? Uh, oh, and storage for the pictures themselves. So that's S3. So that's offloaded to a managed service. I wouldn't dare to do object storage on my cluster. So another plan that I have for the cluster is to plug in a big drive and use it as my Plex server. I think that's what I'm gonna do next, but I need to get a nice USB hard drive and like plug it in there and all that. Come on. So not good. It doesn't like it. It doesn't like it for some reason. I don't know why. I'm gonna. I just want to show you the schema, man. Um, it's a really simple schema. It's the most simple schema ever. So another application that I can mount is my. In fact, fuck it. I think I should do that now. I have blog. So I have simple Grails blog. It's just that I haven't used Grails in a very long time. So, but this is just so allows me to publish a blog. This is a blog application, right? So it's a blogging backend, like posts related to tags. Oh, and you can tag them, right? So, but this doesn't have any search or anything. It's really bare bones. Doesn't have user comments or anything, but it works. And this connects on to Postgres, so I can use the same Postgres server and create databases with that. So that would be really cool. Yeah, I can actually deploy this too. Yeah, why not? Let's do that, right? I will have to Dockerize it. So something that I've had an epiphany. Containers are beautiful technology. Why is that? Because so containers do the same thing that VMs do, but in a lightweight manner. You don't need to run your whole virtual box thing and all that, right? So there's a shared kernel that's like shared but with all of the containers from the host machine. But everything running on this is completely isolated. For example, there's no such thing as, oh, so I run into a problem because this application needs a fucking shared library and that's only available on Debian and I'm running on CentOS. Like nothing of the sort. You will never run into anything of the sort. Oh, so I forgot to deploy this C application that this thing depends on, and now I'm screwed. No, no such thing as that. You generate the image once, you deploy it everywhere, and that's it. And that's beautiful. That's beautiful technology. It's beautiful that you don't have to worry about things like that, right? So yeah, let's deploy this. That's probably something that I can do later because this is fun, right? But it won't come. Oh, okay. No, no, no. I get it. I get it now. I get it. 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 I got this. Yes, this is it. Two. Okay, and now we're Gucci. Yes. So yes. Okay. So here we go. So here we go. Here we go. So I'm gonna. That doesn't look exactly like what I expected, but well, I mean the default namespace. Okay, so I'm gonna port forward this localhost. Not available on host. Oh, because I have a server somewhere. Let's uninstall. Well, I can forward another. Uh, okay, and let's connect to localhost 533. Nice. Perfecto. Fantastico. Okay, so this is Pixy databases, Pixy production. Okay, So let me show you the tables, catalogs, or schemas rather. This is the tables. These are the schemas though. So there's a post, there's a users table, there's a comments table. It's just a one-to-many relationship with post to comments, and user is one-to-many to post and one-to-many to comments, and that's all. So let me show you the post is a one-to-many relationship with comments, and uh, user is a one-to-many relationship with posts and one-to-many relationship with comments. And there's a public feed where all of the comments from all of the users are displayed. And there's and you can also and all of the routes and all that. So all of the user stuff is handled by device. There's an index on emails, index on reset password token. So all of the sign up, sign in, sign out, all of that stuff is working. My The mailer is broken. This should have an emailer feature where you get emails from my application. I don't care about it right now, but uh, yeah, it's like any other web app, like Facebook or whatever, where if you want to sign up, you get an email, you can verify your email and all that. All of that is in. All of that is in. So what else? Every time that somebody visits my site, you get assigned a GUID, and it looks like this. Guess something 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 at example.com. So that should get stored in your cookies at your session. But if if you leave the page, or if if you do anything else, so you lose that session, right? At some point. So so there's that. There's this. That's my account. So I sign up with that, right? And you can you can attach an avatar to your user and all that. So that's pretty cool. There's the post schema. These are all my posts. Really simple schema, like super trivial schema in all this. And so again, when you post something, so this only stores a reference to AWS to S3, and it serves the pictures directly from that. It doesn't serve them from the cluster itself, because I will need beefy storage on that, right? So it works. So it will work sufficiently. But I don't wanna do that right now. I may be tempted to do object storage, because there's a way to create your own, basically your own S3 on Kubernetes. I will be tempted to do that again if I'm gonna run a Plex server on that. And it would be pretty cool to have a Plex server that's always on, that's on the internet, and that I can view from everywhere, from anywhere, right? So all of my movies and all that can live in a single box in my living room, and so I don't have to worry about because I do have a Plex server on this machine right now, but I don't want to keep this computer on all the time, right? So so there's that. So once you sign up, um, there's pagination. There's pagination because okay, so it's not visible on the screen, but once there's a certain amount of records on the index view, the index view shows everything which every user is doing on the platform, right? So once you do that, so you can once you overrun a certain number, so it's gonna start to paginate, right? It's gonna look like this. Wow. Create comment. So all of this is available on the public internet and everything. It's really cool. Um, my only, as I mentioned before, so kind of my only issue right now is that so the mailer is not activated, because I used to integrate with Gmail on a rudimentary way that's no longer supported, because last time that I tinkered with this, it was in 2018, I think. Oof. So I wouldn't run this in production at all. But I developed it over the course of several days. So this is the material that I would use to teach people Ruby on Rails back there. I will be able to do a platform like this in a day today because it's really trivial. And of course, it's also got HTTPS. HTTPS SFB, the export turns us up to no. You will notice that so since I needed to deploy two things on my cluster now, so you will notice that the URL has changed. So it's now null2 sub2.org rather than smbdxfortune sub2.org. And so it's slash Pixy for the image board, and it's slash smb the X Fortunes for Mario Taro. So I ran into a problem with Mario Taro where none of the assets were being found on, you know, when I deployed it here. So I kind of, it was because the browser will request assets expecting a public directory to live in the root of the server. And now that the container image and the service were serving on a subdirectory on a slash Super Mario Brothers DX Fortunes, so now it wouldn't find those assets. So a stupid solution, a lateral thinking solution that I came up with, is to serve is the root route and the slash Mario DX Fortunes routes point both of them to the same service. So that way, everything going to the root is used to find assets, right? And everything going to slash Mario DX Fortunes is handled by the application server, which is a Sinatra application, it's a rack. Oh, so this is responsive now. So if you have a smaller viewport, you're gonna see this, right? Which is pretty cool. Um, so this is working, and Pixie is also working and ready for usage. So you're welcome to please visit if you would like. So what else will I do in production? Of course, so you need a mailer, and you need better monitoring of all of this shit. You need some kind of alerting system. You need some kind of um, for the cluster itself, you need a monitoring and alerting system on how it's running. Like, are things choking? Are things not choking? How much memory, how much CPU you got, how much storage you got. Are you running out of storage? Like anything like that. So you will have that. You will need a better scaling scheme. So if you get a spike of traffic somehow, so this creates additional costs to scale, right? Right? Probably one a managed indexed search service. You don't for something small like this. Like I'm not gonna bother. But if you have a huge data set, so you probably want that. You could do object storage right in Kubernetes. I'm not gonna bother again because this is just a hobby project, and because S3 is more than enough for this. And because using managed services is good in some contexts, right? So so there's that. So probably a rewrite of the UI, better UX, better presentation, making things more cycly. This has an API. This has an API behind. You can integrate with that API if you want to make your own client. Yeah, so there's lots of things to improve here. But again, this is a proof of concept that I developed back then to like show people the ropes for Ruby on Rails, and it works. It's not very good, but it works, right? So